Hello, welcome back to part 4 of our ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts campaign with Spain, and we are in the middle of our war with the USA. So far it's been indecisive. We've had a few engagements but nothing really came of them. They are sending some cruisers over, well it looks like spreading out across the Atlantic, and we're sending our battleships over as a reinforcement for our Caribbean forces to hopefully try and naval invade Panama and take that from them. So we'll head straight into the next turn, see what happens. It's going to take a turn or two for our battleships to get over there, but they've still got a couple of battleships in the area. One of our advancements towards submarines. US lost 4 transports, excellent. We didn't lose any, so you can see our battleships. The range on these isn't fantastic, so they're quite slow. They've still got quite powerful force in the Atlantic. Where's that one going? It looks like they are consolidating them near Madeira. They could be lining up for naval invasion of the Canaries. Potentially, we've got a couple of armoured cruisers there. But if they are doing that, I'd quite happily trade that for Panama. So we'll see what they do. They might come back over here though once they realise what we're doing. So they've only really got like 2 battleships, 2 armoured cruisers in the area in the Caribbean. And politics-wise, we can't naval invade them yet, so we're going to go for the Italian Empire again to increase tensions with. And research ticking along. We've got a few battleships building, but we'll head straight into the next turn, see if we can get some battles. We're still running a deficit on the monthly balance, but we've got quite a few large ships at sea at the minute. So once we get them into port, should resolve itself hopefully. We've got nose fuse shell, some shell improvements there. So the Germans provoke us now, and we were successful annoying the Italians. Ottomans fighting in Iraq. What's this here? So the American fleet is pretty scattered. Let's see what they're doing at the Atlantic. They just seem to be hanging around here. They are heading back to port. 3 battleships here, still hanging around in the Atlantic. Maybe hoping to catch some of our light forces unawares. But they're still pretty scattered, and I don't think they have anything actually in the Caribbean at the minute. They've got some ships in Port Colon there. I think what we might do, while we wait for the battleships to arrive in Havana, we might actually send a force over to Panama. And what have we got in port at Santiago de Cuba? So they have 16,000 tons worth in Colon. Might be a battleship or 2 over there, but we've got quite a few armoured cruisers. I think what we'll do, instead of heading to Havana, they're all low on fuel, we'll get them in port first, and then next turn hopefully they'll arrive and we can head out to Panama. Politics wise, we are going to annoy someone else this time. Probably the Chinese. We don't really have anything directly conflicting with the Chinese Empire, so try and increase tensions with them. Finances, I'm going to keep the tech budget where it is for now. We've got a few turns before we're going to be getting low on funds, and there's a few things coming up that I would like to get. We've got some hull strengthening improvements and improved destroyer design. I'd like to get some larger torpedo boats. So let's move on again. Austro-Hungarian annoyed with their Admiralty again. So Belgium signed an alliance with the British Empire. No one's asked us for an alliance yet. And worse in relation with the Chinese. A few battles going on there. So that's a torpedo boat on its own. Okay, I'm actually going to form up a task force. We should be able to cope with whatever they've got around here at the minute. So we're going to move our battleships that are already at Havana. We'll move them with that light cruiser as an escort, and we're going to meet up with our formation of our newer armoured cruisers. So we've got 3 Cadiz class here. So we're going to move those to meet that formation. We'll just move the newer ones. And it was the Thomas de Aquino. Let's move the torpedo boat as well, and the light cruiser just as some additional screening forces. What else do we have in the area? 3 more torpedo boats. Keep everything as it is now. We're going to form up a task force and then head over to Panama, see if we can strike the port, or see if we have enough tonnage to set off a naval invasion. And tensions wise, next turn we'll need our political action for the naval invasion, hopefully. So let's increase tensions with, or let's do the Italians again, because again they still don't have any battleships in their fleet. And move on to the next month. And we've got even more ships at sea now, so we're really burning for our cash, so I'll have to adjust the tech budget, I think. But we've got a battle mission. British annoyed with their admiralty. So we've got some improved internals protection, help with flooding, and we both lose transports at turn. Italians annoyed. Okay, so what have we got? So 1 battleship versus 1 battleship, okay. Some isolated ships out here, so we can't withdraw from this one, and we've already had a good look. It's another Rhode Island class, so we'll fight this one, and let's see how our battleships actually compare. We have very short 10-inch guns, 10.2-inch guns, I think, on our battleship, so they will outrange us. Let's see our first battleship in action. So smoke to the south. Let's head straight in that direction. And the sea state, we can only make 10 knots. What's the sea state? Sea waves. It's smooth apparently, but we can only make 9.9 knots from our usual 15. Very slow, but we can at least see our ship, the Victoria. So let's hope its name, or it lives up to its name rather. So let's just have a look at the armament again. So we've got 4 10.3-inch L21 guns, and we have a single 6.1 on each side, and then some how many of those we've got? 4 5.6 on each side as well, and we have spotted them. And they're in range, but we're not firing yet. Oh, there we are. I'm going to turn to match the heading. That looks like we've gone well over with our shots. No, actually nearer than I thought. But yeah, let's get turned on for a broadside. And again, they do outgun us here, but our broadside will have double the guns that they do. So where is that turret going? Is it going to fire through the ship? Looks like it's got almost a 360 arc on that. That's strange. Okay, so let's just speed up. Ship is crawling along. The range is so short, but the firing arc on those guns is very interesting. Get our just right on the edge of our 6-inch gun range as well. There we go. It's firing now. They really are like cannons, these guns. I mean, they basically are cannons. Let's see next time it fires how close we are. That's the reload on these. Over a minute. So we'll just speed up slightly until we're ready to fire. Okay. First full broadside, let's see how we do. And nowhere near. As expected. So range is already down to 3k. We've got any of 4 of our broadside salvo. About 8% chance for one of them to hit. We're going to close range even more. We can't take as much punishment as them, but if we can score a few hits, maybe cause a few fires, damage their towers, we should be able to take them out, I think. So let's just speed up time a little bit. Ooh, almost hitting there. Let's see our full broadside. Well, range is getting quite close now, and still no one has hit. Neither us or them. We're down to 2k. I'm just going to change course slightly just to keep the range as it is. Let's see if we can hit them this time. Nope, still all short. They haven't hit us either. Let's just check on that cross-step firing for that other turret now. They can't, they definitely can't get us. If torpedo range was slightly bigger, it would be nice. We could... Is it gonna hit us? Nope. We could dash in. I mean, we are technically faster than them. In fact, let's reduce our speed just to 8 knots because we are pulling ahead of them slightly, and it will just help with our gunnery. Forward on. Now they got a couple of hits on us then. A couple of 3.5 inches, we hit them over 1.9. Didn't really cause us any damage. There's our shots coming in. Nope. Let's speed up again. So we're still closing range. Gonna just keep it as it is if we can. Ooh, that was close. What are their torpedo ranges? Yeah, same as ours. Our steering doesn't answer very well. So we've got a fire. on low fuel as well. Oh, heavily on fire now. Come on, let's hit them. Nope, still no joy. We've hit them with quite a few 1.9 inch, but we're the ones on fire at the minute. Rear turret there firing. Nothing major, just a few compartments. They are closing range again. I'm gonna just up our speed. I think they might be trying to hit us with a torpedo. I'm not actually sure on this design where our tubes are. I wonder if we have any side-mounted tubes, but let's try and just open the range slightly. I think they might be trying to come in for possibly a torpedo attack. Oh no. So they've actually hit us there with a 12.1 inch hit and caused some serious flooding. Oh, not serious, not too bad. Fully penetrated. Or overpenned actually. That's probably why we're not suffering too badly. I'm gonna change my torpedoes to aggressive. If we do have any side tubes, our guns just can't find their mark. If we do have any side tubes, they should fire. We might just have a bow mounted one. Let's see. Oh, it's a rear one actually. Well, let's. Since we're taking a bit of a pacing at this range, let's see if we can use that. We have scored more hits, but they've scored a lot more damage from that 12 inch. Biggest we've got on them is a 2 inch, and again we're getting our 4.1s and 3.5 inch hits. Looks like their guns are finding their mark now. And they're going to fire their 12 inches again. And they miss. He's following us. We're not going to be able to get our torpedoes. What's our chances to hit here? Not good. But here we go. And we missed them again. And again. Gunnery is so poor. And we're heavily on fire. And they got us again, another penetration. Okay, I am gonna turn away because they're trying to close range again. And we're not hitting them. Where are their torpedo tubes? Ah, so they've got a fore and aft. We just have the aft by the looks of it. Yeah. Try and open the range slightly. Thing is, when I turn, we're so slow. I don't think we're going to be able to line up a shot with those tubes. We're about to fire again. Let's get our broadside. And still missing. Okay. We will try and escape. We are quite badly on fire now, and we've lost our main funnel. In fact, that's one of our funnels. So speed wise, we can only make 9.1 knots now. And looks like he is faster than me, so we can't get in position to fire a torpedo. Let's just speed up slightly. Again, another quite bad hit there. Oh, we finally hit them with our main guns. Let's see what damage we did. So we hit their funnel, overpenned their funnel. They're on fire, minor fire. So we destroyed one of their funnels, but that's about it. Scoring quite a few decent hits now. Again, they've done far more damage to us. If we take out, so if we get a lucky hit and disable that main battery, obviously they can only use the main guns to fire off to one side at a time. We could just take this, so just before we're ready to fire again, we'll turn slightly in. Okay, that's more like it. And they missed us, so we got 2 10-inch hits, main belt penetration and a main belt overpen. We've damaged their engine, destroyed a casement and caused some serious flooding, so really serious flooding. So we'll stay away from their bow torpedo arc, but that was a really good shot. Let's have a look. So they're listing quite badly, and I think they are going to go down with the amount of flooding. Nearly all of the, well, most compartments below the waterline are now flooding. They're listing quite badly. I'd be surprised if they can still fire with that main battery. Yeah, they're going down. So the main bridge is no more. Okay, so that was a good result. Shot one of their battleships. We got slightly lucky there, and that we did catastrophic damage just with 2 hits there. But due to the range, and it's kind of what we were hoping to do, just we had double the number of guns on our broadside, so it worked out okay. We got 10,000 victory points there. Taken some damage to that battleship, but we will send him back to port, and it probably won't take too long to repair. We've now got the advantage in battleships over them, and hopefully, if they keep their battleships sort of spread and separated, we might be able to pick them off one at a time. So they already want to end the fight. We are not close to any other wars at the moment, and I would like to sneak in Panama. I think we're only got about 10,000 victory points in total, so we are not going to. So we're going to get light damage. We're not going to take that yet. And what's this here? Just a torpedo boat. And we are still going to send over. Okay, so the damage on that, what was our battleship called? Was it one of our ones coming into Havana, actually? That's it. Yeah, it was the Victorioso. So it was actually our reinforcement squadron that engagement took place from. So we've got our combined fleet here. We're going to move them down to Colon. The battleship that we just took out could have been the one that was in port there. It looks like it might have been. There might be another one in there, but we now have 2 battleships in the squadron and a bunch of other ships. So we can't naval invade yet. So in terms of our political action and annoying people, we are going to go for, let's go for Russia this turn. And finances, we need to sort out that black hole, don't we? So let's have a look. We will just bump down the tech budget just slightly. I say slightly. That'll do for now. A couple of million. Our GDP is still going up at a rate of... actually, the growth's not that high. So we'll just leave it as it is. We can manage with that for a few turns. It's still increasing, so by the time it gets to 0, it should actually be back in the positive. As long as we don't have too many repairs to do. So the war continues with the US. Annoyed the Russian Empire. They've got a situation on their hands there. Transvaal has gained control of Swaziland. Okay, so their ships have left port there. What have they got? Can't quite hover on that. Let's see if we can naval invade. No. Do we have overwhelming power rejection? We do. Why can't we do that? Not enough tonnage, maybe. Can't quite see what they've got in terms of the ships there. So we will... Our battleship is just about repaired. So we're going to move all of these down here as well. In fact, we'll leave the repairing one in port. We don't have a choice anyway. So we'll have a battleship division with 4 ships. And we'll go straight on to the next turn. And see if we can set up a naval invasion. It'll probably take us 4 or 5 turns to complete it, if so. But it will force them into an engagement, hopefully. So with improvements in armor quality, we've now got nickel steel armor. United States lost some more transports. Dutch Antilles rebelling. Now can we naval invade? Let's see. No, we still can't. Okay. They are sending reinforcements. So some battleship, well, a battleship and quite a large cruiser squadron coming in. So I'm going to combine these 2 task forces. And then in terms of political action, because we can't naval invade, we will go for the Italians again. Finances, we were almost back into the positive there. And the repairs on that battleship will be done this turn. Got some improvements coming down the line, which will be useful. Back in the positive on the cash. I think their fleet that they sent across the Atlantic is more or less dispersed now. There's still some cruisers over there. So we could take the piece. With that amount of victory points, we're not going to be able to get Panama off them. So we'll continue the fight. We haven't got any other nations that we're that close to a war with, so we'll take it now. Improved gearbox, improved reciprocating engines. Successfully did that with the Italians. The British Empire strengthened relationships with us, which is good for now. Okay, still no battles with the Americans, and now we've got that. No, we still can't naval invade them. I'm not sure why that is. No. We are in range of that. Okay, well, what we will do instead is maybe raid Florida, or we might go after this task force, which is just heading there at the minute. The battleship headed off down the coast of South America. They don't seem to be interested in coming to fight us, so we'll go and raid Miami. Might be able to get some transport ships. Here we go. So if we can sink a few more battleships or capital ships of theirs, maybe a few armoured cruisers, we should hopefully be able to get enough victory points to take some territory off them. So war continues. Bigger torpedo boats. Both lost the same amount of transports. So the United States is attacking Colombia. And that has annoyed people. Okay, so Morocco's new leader wants us to take control. So that will be really useful, but we obviously have not got that tonnage over in home waters now, so we're going to struggle to do that. We're gonna leave that for now, just because by the time we get people over there, it'll probably have expired, and we've got a few things to deal with over here. So we've got a convoy, got an armoured cruiser being attacked by two of their light cruisers, but let's see what the battle is first. Okay, so there's our battleship Victorioso, and an armoured cruiser coming up against four of their cruisers, which we'll fight, but we'll fight the convoy, see if we can take out these light cruisers on the convoy ready. In fact, we might auto-resolve that. It's 2v1. It's probably going to take a while to chip away at those, see what happens. And draw. Damn, we should have fought that. We got heavy damage. Okay. I mean, that's probably mostly because our armoured cruisers are just so far. Okay, we will leave it there, and then next episode we will fight this battleship action against four of their cruisers. It's probably mostly going to be the battleship taking on their armoured cruisers. Our armoured cruiser there is the older class that just has the 2 6-inch guns, so there's probably not a lot we can do with those. Hopefully cripple a couple of their cruisers and finish them off with torpedo boats so we can get those in quickly. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed it, and more episodes coming up. I'm going to do some episodes about some kind of old strategy games, not just naval games, even though the next one's probably about distant guns, if anyone remembers that. Kind of found that, realised it was still on my hard drive, so I might do a let's play or a quick video about that. Anyway, thanks for watching.